what's up? I'm actually Issa, and today I'm gonna try to draw some of my favorite video game characters from memory. While most of these characters I picked are pretty well known, as someone with a historically awful memory, I thought this would still be a fun idea. Most of the time, my favorite characters to play are the ones that I really admire their design, but we'll dig into that more as the video goes on. The first character I wanted to draw was Killjoy from Valorant. If you haven't played Valorant or heard of it, the easiest way to explain it is that it's pretty much capture the flag with guns, or that it's a prettier version of CSGO with both magic and abilities. While Killjoy's design was a huge part as to why I liked her, I was also really drawn to her playstyle. As you might have seen, I don't have that good of reaction time when it comes to video games, so her slow, methodical play really spoke to me. She's mainly a defensive character and puts these little robots all over the site to defend it. In terms of her design, I knew she had a big puffy yellow jacket and a green beanie, but that's about it. I knew her jacket also cut a very interesting silhouette, which is another reason why I really liked her character design. And in terms of her bot, or in this case I was trying to draw her turret, I honestly had no idea what it looked like. It probably would have been better if I just didn't draw it, but whatever, she's by a random robot. Another thing that I knew was wrong as I was drawing it is that I don't think she looks harsh enough. It was definitely something I could have fixed, but I just didn't bother. I know in the game she has a really harsh German accent, and I don't know, I think I made her look too soft. The last thing that I knew looked wrong was she looked weirdly dull. Something was telling me that I was missing a color and I could not remember what it was. And here she is! Overall, I don't think I did that bad. Actually, from the jacket down, I totally just guessed what it would look like, and it ended up being really close, so either it was in my suppressed memory or it's just a really good design. I don't know. Let's move on. Now this is where things start to go more downhill. I like Princess Peach. Is she my favorite character design? No, but the idea of drawing Bowser was so scary that I decided to not even try. I don't know how many of you guys haven't played Valorant, but I'm not about to explain Mario to you. The worst part about it was that I went in with a false sense of confidence that I could draw Princess Peach, and instead I was greeted by a variety of different faces.
Cause she looks like a clown, bro. She looks like a hedgehog.
As you can see, not the best start. We're trying our best. Oh no, it gets worse. So, to anyone who says, oh, showing the speed paint makes art look so much easier, Exhibit A. And yes, I did do the copy-pasting trick. Look, this girl needed all the help she could get. If she was gonna be ugly, she at least needed to be symmetrical.
Let's say your drawing isn't good. It's always a good feeling to know that at least the sketch is worse.
I also made this super funny joke about what her hair looks like.
She deserves better than to look like a Karen who turned into a princess with long hair. Okay, I'm sorry.
I didn't even consider the fact that if I was right, and then if you did just cut off the bottom part of Peach's hair that she looks like a Karen, that's more offensive, and now I can't unsee it.
I honestly don't even know what the mushroom dude looks like either. Wait, his face is on his... Yeah, his face is here. Oh no, this is so cursed. I wouldn't say I have that bad of a memory. I'd actually say my memory is worse for things that are like more recent. And I don't know why. You know what? I need to work on being more positive. I feel like when I'm actually drawing, I'm not that like down on my art. It's just like when I'm talking while I'm drawing.
Okay, generally this is true, but to be fair, there really wasn't that much to be positive about. Okay, so moving on from that, I had to move her eyes down because she looked too old. That is a trick I use a lot. If a character looks too old, their eyes might just be too high. It was really bad. And also her hair is very uneven. I was trying to at least make her dress symmetrical, but then I had to go back and fix her hair too. Because I drew Killjoy sitting down, I wanted her to be sitting down too, but I don't know how to sit down in a dress, so I tried to make her standing up, but still proportional. But now I think she just looks really short. This is also a thing I do when I'm really insecure in my art. I will just like go back and add line variation. Honestly, I should be adding line variation anyway, because it makes art so much more interesting, but I'm too lazy most of the time. Also, I have no idea what I was doing at the bottom of her dress. I don't really think she has that. The only thing I'm really sure about are those two C things. I almost feel like her hair is too big. Is that the issue? And also her eyes don't look Barbie enough. Then I got into coloring. It was fine. I knew she had blonde hair, blue eyes. Her tiara was really giving me trouble. I was like, no way she has a gold tiara. That would clash with her hair. I was of course proven wrong again, but who's counting at this point? I feel like I got the shapes correct, but the colors themselves in the wrong places. I do feel like the colors saved it, but you can decide that for yourself. Here she is. Yeah, it turns out I was right about the hair, and now I can't unsee it, so thanks, past me. Moving on to the hardest character of the entire video. I don't know what made me think that if I couldn't even remember what Princess Peach looked like, that I could remember what any of the Genshin Impact characters look like. This is kind of a theme of this video, of explaining games that you've probably already seen before. If you haven't played Genshin, it's an open world fantasy RPG anime style. So, in theory, this is Kaya. Yeah.
Ew. Ah, no. No, this doesn't look right. Ew, he's so ugly.
I'm not really sure how I don't know what he looks like, because I play with him out most of the time. I mean, to be fair, I play the most with the girl with the shield. What's her name? Oh, her. I'm really bad with names, okay? And I just needed a guy in the video. And as you'll see very soon, I thought he was a prince, not a pirate. The more you know.
It looks so incredibly wrong, and I feel like he has so much more design on him that I'm not remembering.
I really do come up with the best insults as I'm drawing.
He looks like a glasses character, just without the glasses. Just let me give him the protagonist hair, okay? I don't know who this is. It's not Kaya. He just looks like a darker skinned Jack Frost.
So I thought I would save it with color until I realized I don't know what he's colored like. It really bothered me that I wasn't able to add like a ponytail or a braid. I thought it was a braid, but I couldn't add it so it didn't look really weird. Here he is. I just ended up coloring it and not even caring. If I was gonna do this again, I probably wouldn't choose red shading. At the time, I thought I was just warming it up, but now I feel like it just kind of clashes. For some reason, I also remember him having like a really deep V-neck, so I added it, but I was also kind of scared in the back of my head, like, if I'm wrong about this, then I probably just look like a creep, but I was right, kind of. I think I drew it actually a little too deep, so don't read into it. I feel like one of the biggest reasons why he looks like Jack Frost is because I gave him like a snowflake rather than whatever his actual power is, but here he is. I know I spelled his name wrong, but in my defense, try to spell it right now without looking it up. See? I rest my point. Unless you spelled it perfectly, then I don't know. I'm just gonna accept my defeat and move on.
This one may be especially hard because I have not played Brawlhalla in I don't even know how long.
This is Ember, and if you want more proof that I haven't played Brawlhalla in a while, I called her Amber throughout.
I think her name's Amber?
Want to know something even more sad? This is one of the only games I've ever bought a skin for, and I didn't remember her name. Also, I was debating whether or not to draw her horse, because she rides a horse as she shoots down the enemy. As you can see, I remember very few things about this character for some reason, even though I practically only played her. And again, if you've never played Brawlhalla, it's pretty much any brawl game you can think of with a bunch of cool characters, and they do collabs with a bunch of different IPs. So as you might also notice as I'm drawing her, I also forgot she was an elf, so just add that one to the list too. We forgot her name, we forgot her race, we forgot what the last thing on the list was, we forgot her pet, literally everything. There wasn't too many other interesting things that happened here. What was worse is that next to Killjoy, I thought this one would have been the second closest, which is why I put it at the end, like maybe wrap up the video with a really good attempt. So that didn't end up working out. We're just gonna speed through this because I didn't even take that long on this drawing because I thought I did really well. So here she is. Clearly, we've got a couple of things wrong. To be fair, though, I think design-wise, I got it pretty close. Like, if you were gonna look at both of the characters, you could tell. I was about to say she's a stereotypical character with the hood and the braid and the bow and arrow, and I just realized now, she doesn't even have a braid. And this is our lineup. I feel like I did pretty well. They're kind of just all existing in the uncanny valley of character design, like almost there, kind of recognizable, but when you put them next to the real thing, not at all. Thank you to all the members, including Interstellar, Slug Dealer, Gouda, Yamashi, Sage of Waters, Charlie Wilson, Jenna Exolotl, the Narwhal Mage, No Names, A Spiky Tutoris, and Marta Steer. If I pronounced your name wrong, please let me know. This is the first time I've ever read them out loud. Thanks again, and see you next time.